I have another great questioner from one of my followers on social media today. And the question is, how do I know that I'm really not losing my mind, like a true mental breakdown? How do I know it's awakening? What's the difference? And I'll tell you what, I've had a very close mental breakdown many years ago when I was pregnant with my first child. And there's a big difference. And I've literally, the ego structure, the breaking down of the mind, the awakening process, it does feel similar, but there is a difference. When I was 21 years old, I was pregnant with my first daughter, and I was married to an abusive man. And if it had just hit me, I'd have left, but he only yelled at me. And I was 8 months pregnant, and he was screaming at me, calling me names, yelling at me. And I literally felt myself leaving my body. I could tell that my mind was going away, that I was leaving. And I knew that that would have been the end of me on some front. Probably lost my mind in a mental hospital. And I thought about my daughter, and I thought, I can't leave her here with him by herself. So I pulled myself back into my body. That was the verge of a mental breakdown for sure. When I look at the things that have happened during my spiritual awakening, which has been going on for several years, the kind of mental collapse and mental breakdown is quite different. The way that it feels, I'll give you a great example. I was a world-class executive recruiter, top in the world in my franchise, and I was very efficient. I'm an analytical person. I'm very intelligent. I have a way of doing work that is just, I can multitask easily. I can make decisions easily. And I didn't even know it at the time, but I was using my intuition to make decisions, which made me really successful. And when I started going through this spiritual awakening process, my mind was not working properly. I couldn't think straight. I would sit down at my computer and I couldn't even work. And my mind just wasn't functioning normally. And there was nothing I could pinpoint that was wrong, but things were shifting. My perception of reality was shifting. The way that I made decisions and the way that I made things happen was changing, but it doesn't change like that. So there's this time warp between here's the old me, here's me in the mental body, in the mental aspect of life, making all my decisions out of logic. And then here's me, the new creation that is using my soul and my infinite wisdom to guide this mind, body, and emotional space in me to make decisions and make things happen. So if it feels like you're losing your mind through this process, which you now understand is some type of awakening, it's really difficult to describe. It's very disorienting, and you aren't going to feel like you can accomplish things the way you used to. There's also a big switch going on, even on the planet right now, that has to do with masculine and feminine energy, the way we all used to operate, and then the divine masculine and divine feminine energies that make it really easy for us to create, to perform, to do all the things in life that we want to do on this earth from our soul, from our heart center, instead of from this mind. So there are big shifts happening collectively on the planet as well as in you right now. So if you feel like you're losing your mind, you are. But you're not going to go crazy. There's times you will think you are going crazy. There's times you will feel like you're cracking up. This is a very normal part of spiritual awakening. And the reason for that is that you're breaking down the old belief systems. You're breaking down all these mirrors upon mirrors, reflecting back to you who you think you are. But you're not your mind. And you're not your body, and you're not even your emotions. You are a powerful, infinite soul who is here on earth to experience everything in abundance. And you're here to thrive. And the only way to do that is to let go of this attachment to the mental construct, the mind, all that you think was important to you, and to allow yourself to learn to flow and to access your true power. And then your mind becomes your friend, your partner. And it doesn't keep you up at night anymore. And it doesn't harass you and tell you what to do anymore. And it doesn't stay addicted to anything once you break through. So you're on the right path, and just know that all of this is going to eventually shift into true power, true freedom. And you're going to be so glad that you went through this process. The other thing I'll tell you is you really don't have a choice. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. Once you are on this path, it's like walking through the wardrobe in the Chronicles of Narnia. You can't go back. So just allow what is to just keep unfolding. And if you need help, just check out my other videos, my content. I have lots of free content for you. And if you're a really analytical, type A, high-powered leader that is really struggling through your awakening, I'm here to help you center yourself, to really access that power, clear out the anxiety, the fear, the confusion, and bring in lots of clarity so that you can really thrive in all aspects of your life, so that you can complete your life mission without all this chaos. So if that's the case, check out my website and contact me if you need help. Have a great day. Love you all.